Today we're going to be roasting signals and specifically what else you should be doing. And I'm going to talk about the new AI agent framework that I use that is instantly helpful for understanding the world in a way that the models can look at the world for you. That's really, really important. So what you're going to learn today is why specifically signals suck. And I'm literally just going to parrot Scott Martinez here. And I'm going to show you why I agree with his post. And then I'm going to talk to you about what is next and why these signals-based products may be hot right now. People maybe get them, but that's not where this is going. That's not where, if you were to be on the cutting edge of things, you wouldn't be basing stuff based on signals. So let me talk about why. I'll talk about what's instead. But first, roast time, baby. All right. What? Yeah. Okay. Why? Oh my God. This is totally all basically saw you into college 2.0. Like, it's just, this is how most people are using these signals. Hey, Jordan, I saw you wear a blue shirt. I wear a blue shirt too. Oh my God. Isn't it better that we've moved on from the place of mentioning your college mascot? Yes, it is, but not much better. And the thing is that this is 100% unrelated to what you're doing. Just an observation. Absolutely. Should. Caps lock. Way to build a business case at scale without talking to prospect. Yes. Notice you a lot of yes. This is not great, but yes. These are all insights that are based on the information. And actually, I think work backwards. Yes, work backwards from actually the customer that bought. Why did they buy? And what was happening in their company when they bought? Yes. Yeah, there is a signal. Exactly. And this is why actually you need to do the inverse of this, which is to say if go to market leaders can only get one permanent link tagged to their body, it should be this link to this post. So you need to do the inverse of this, which is to say, what are the things that cause your buyers to buy, and then go look for information on the web. Now, what the really interesting thing is, I'm going to show you how to do this inside of ChatGPT, and you can operationalize this inside of Clay. So we're going to spend no time whatsoever. This video will be done before 6 minutes. I am trying to find absolutely everything about all of the recent conferences that Salesforce is going to. Browse the web. Let's see. Browse the web. They should basically be sponsors at these conferences. So sponsored by Salesforce. And I want you to search the live web for them. It has to be after September 5th. 2024, and give me a table with everything you know about all the big conferences that Salesforce is sponsoring. So this would be an example of something. I'm working for a company that's helping to do event management. They do booths and stuff. So I can also bust some perplexity. Bonk. Okay, Dreamforce. Okay, Tableau conference, right? So this is, look at how good this is, right? Okay, great. So now I have an AI agent that has context on things that they are sponsoring. Okay, great. Now what I want you to do is see if you can find the person that is responsible for managing that sponsorship at each of these conferences. So in Prague, for example, it might be an events marketing manager inside of the Czech Republic. It might be on the page. So can you go to each one of these pages and summarize absolutely everything about who is responsible at Salesforce? So this is the type of thing that you can do. So imagine one agent that asks the first question. You can do this in Clay at scale. Great. Then you have all of that. Then you can look at this. Okay, great. Difference. Okay, Dreamforce registration. That's funny. So Clay will do this for you, but a lot of the ChatGPT models won't. So you can see that, and actually ChatGPT is better in this case. World events page, right? So you can see that all I'm doing is building up context here. Now, what I choose to do with that context is a different thing. So I'm not actually trying to answer a sales question here. I'm trying to answer a research question. Now, what the hell signal? I'm not gonna curse here. What signal is this? It's not a signal. It's actually research. It's information. It's about what's happening for Salesforce for right now, and the models can do that. And then once you have that context, you can pass that entire context to another agent that can say, "This is everything I know about conferences that Salesforce. Go find all of their links and go summarize this." So suddenly now you have a really good picture of the events Salesforce is structured. And then with that, you can finally move on to messaging. Now, where's the signal here? There is no signal. But if at any point the agent fails to find information, you know that that's not a good prospect for you. And if at every point it does that research, you can take all of that and combine it. And as long as you break up the research and give it very clear goals, it's hard if you just say to the model, write a message about the 7 things that Salesforce is sponsoring, right? But it's better if you then go say, what are the events? And then like you can do something like this. Do you have any idea of how much it might cost to sponsor any one of these events? Can you recreate this table for me and search? Do you see if at each of these conferences they mention platinum sponsorship or pricing or anyone has reviewed it? Do advanced Google searches to find this information. So you can see all I'm doing up is building context. And the breakdown of the questions, the context for the AI agents, and the stepwise process is going to, like, look at this. Look at how good this is, right? So now I know that Salesforce I can tell it what type of sponsors, I know how much money Salesforce is paying for each sponsors, and I have an understanding of how much they've deployed. So I can send a message like, hey, Salesforce, with the 8 events that you're attending in the next 6 months, and it looks like you're these type of sponsors, that means that you have dropped $300,000 on sponsorship alone. What are you making of that sponsorship? That is no signal. It's not a signal that exists in the world that will tell you that, but the AI agents can tell you this. And that's why you need to start with, if your team had unlimited amounts of time to research stuff on the web, what would they do? Do not worry about scale in that. Worry about the quality of the questions that they're asking, where that information is, and how to structure that information. And if you can answer that question, that's the hardest thing. Not the agents, not the workflow. It's the questions themselves. Neil deGrasse Tyson had a fantastic quote about this. Sometimes when we reach to the edge of the universe, at least for now, we must be content with the questions themselves, which I just love that. And what he's saying is that there is a world where we may not know the answers to large questions in the universe, and we must relish in asking the questions themselves. But we are at a moment in go-to-market history where you don't have to be content on just knowing the questions, but you can't get answers if you don't know the questions. Adios.